Hey guys, welcome to the American Gun Chic 2019 Sportsman's Guide Tour. What we're doing out here is we're trying to get new girls shooting that have never touched a gun before or might be nervous to touch a gun, and we just want to give them the confidence, the fundamentals, and the experience in order to carry and train effectively. And yeah, so we're going state to state, going all the way up to Virginia, starting in Florida, going to different gun ranges, and pretty much just taking girls shooting, doing classroom stuff, and some range time. So I just want to say thank you to Sportsman's Guide. They've been a huge supporter and a huge help to make this possible. Couldn't do it without them. And thank you to JustHolsterIt. They're a great holster company, and I couldn't do it without them. And I couldn't do it without you, so keep watching for more. Welcome to Sebring, Florida, our first stop on the 2019 American Gun Chic Tour. While on the road for a hog hunt, we discovered this cute little family-owned gun shop, Spray and Pray Guns and Ammo.
My name's Sherrod Moore. I own Spray and Pray Guns and Ammo and Lead Down Range indoor shooting range. Me and my wife both own the place. We're there every single day. Well, I was born and raised here in Sebring. Lived here all my life. I ran off to the Army, played G.I. Joe for a few years, and went to several different countries and figured out that Sebring wasn't a bad place to live.
My name is Crystal Moore with Spray and Pray Guns and Ammo, and I am the firearms instructor and co-owner of the gun shop and gun range. It's really cool to be able to enjoy the same thing that your spouse does. A lot of times it's very rare to have the same passion, the same love. So
We got to spend a lot of time with Sherrod and Crystal, and got a good chance to learn all about the town of Sebring.
Just a small town, a lot smaller than what it is now. It's grown 100 times bigger than what I remember when I was growing up, like my little boy. Hey, this is a tight-knit community. Everybody knows your name.
you went to school with kids that your parents went to school with, so it was nice to relate with second generation, and now it's third generation of going to school together with the kids.
We even got to witness special moments, like watching Sherrod teach his young daughter to drive.
What do you think of this driving, Sherrod?
Oh boy. No, she's a very good driver. Whenever I'm in the car, she does good, but her mother can't take it.
10 and 2. She's at 10 and 2.
One of the things we asked Sherrod is, how has his town changed over the years?
Well, it's a different society today. It's not like it used to be, 30 years ago. 30 years ago, you didn't have to worry about carrying a gun with you everywhere. It's just a different society, and I hate to see it here in our little small town, but we got a good example of it here, of the different events that went on here in Highlands County over the last 6 months. It's a different society, a different world we live in now.
Can you elaborate and tell us what happened here in Sebring County?
I don't know if I can. I'll get choked up. I don't want to do that.
Not too long ago, Sebring was affected by a shooting. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, you usually think in small towns that those things don't happen, but they do, unfortunately. So you have to be prepared for it, unfortunately, for the worst case scenarios like in that situation.
Today we learned the names of women who were shot and killed yesterday inside a bank in Sebring, Florida. As DeMarco Morgan reports, the suspect appeared in court, but the motive remains a mystery.
Zafan Zaver,
appearing via videotape and wearing a black and white jumpsuit.
Unbeknownst to us, just 6 months prior, a tragic event occurred locally in the area.
the charges are 5 counts of homicide, murder in the first degree.
The shooting happened shortly after 12 on Wednesday at the SunTrust Bank in Sebring. Investigators say Zaver entered the bank wearing a bulletproof vest, armed with a gun. He forced 5 women to lie down, then he shot them. One bank employee who was in a back room heard the shots and escaped, contacting law enforcement. The shooter also called to 911.
He told dispatchers that he had killed 5 people in the bank.
He's coming out.
When police arrived at the bank, Zaver was barricaded inside. After negotiations failed, an armored SWAT vehicle rammed the building.
There he is, boys.
Zaver surrendered and was taken into custody.
We have no information as to this time as to what his true motive may have been.
Zaver is behind bars tonight without bond, and if convicted, he could face the death penalty. Jeff?
Okay, DeMarco, thank you very much.
Surprisingly, the community came together. A lot of memorials, support. Sometimes towns get big, they get real small as far as, being together, being there for the families.
We visited the bank where the tragedy occurred to get a better feel and understanding for what had recently transpired. As we were trying to understand what occurred, we noticed this. We couldn't help but think of the 5 souls who were left helpless and defenseless against the evil in this world that exists. We plan to pay it forward in making sure as many women as we can reach are never put in this position again. Just a few months prior to this event, we were passing through Sebring.
They were passing through town, doing a little hog hunt down south of here, and drove by and pulled in and seen spray and pray guns and ammo and led down range. Came in, shot on the range a little bit, and bought a gun from us. And I think still that's Brikel's carry gun every day, the one they bought from us. So that makes me feel happy and makes me feel proud. And we stand behind everybody that's trying to get into this industry that wants to teach the safe and proper way.
After hanging out in Sebring for a few days and talking to the locals, we really got a chance to redefine and refocus on what our goals were with these classes. I would say the most important thing that I want to instill in my students would be confidence and not doubting themselves and understanding that they're capable of defending their lives. Because I think a lot of people don't want to go shoot guns or don't want to carry guns or don't want to train because I think that they doubt themselves or they have low self-esteem and they feel like maybe they don't have the ability to because they're not a cop or they're not in the military, and they just feel like they don't have the power to do it. And I want to show them that it really is that easy, and that the media and people that are anti-gun and all these things are telling you that it's hard and that only certain people should own guns and carry guns, but that it's not true, and defending your life is a very simple, easy concept. After my first time helping host, I was an assistant instructor at Shawnee Tactical with a class full of women. They started from being scared to shoot and they were kind of all over the place, and at the end they were getting their proper hits and they were smiling and they were excited. You could tell that because they were improving, they were excited. And when they went home and left smiling, I think it made me feel good. It replaced something in me that I felt like maybe I was missing, because I've been doing this for 3 years and I got to a point where I'm like, obviously I want to get better and better and better, but tactically I feel like I'm pretty good. But I don't want to do 3-gun. I don't want to go hunting all the time. I want to do things that are going to make other people safe, because when I die, at least I know that that person, I might have potentially saved their life, and that person might have kids or a husband or other people in their life, and it's kind of a chain reaction effect, so I saved all those people's lives in my head. So it's kind of like, it makes you feel kind of like a superhero. Make sure to check out part 2 and meet the 5 ladies of Sebring who stepped up to the challenge of learning to protect themselves and those in their community around them.